remember that you ever do.
Hello guys, welcome to my review for Venom Let There Be Carnage, and a little announcement before I head on with this shorter review. I'm no longer going to be doing big movie review videos. I don't have the time for them, and I'd rather just review movies in a written form now. I do it on Letterboxd and stuff, so if you want to check out that's got all my thoughts and reviews for movies on instead. But I just don't really have time to make reviews anymore, so I thought I'd just make these very short videos for movies I do see, just very, very quickly, briefly, saying my overall thoughts and giving them a score. That's a way that I can still verbally say my thoughts on movies that are coming out that I want to talk about. I don't really have the time to do it much more, so I thought I'd do it this way, and that way I can still make the videos I still like making. So this can be a very, very short review for Venom Let There Be Carnage, and it's sort of appropriate that one of my last videos with the Spider-Man mask on should be for Venom. So let's continue on with my review for Venom Let There Be Carnage. So in terms of what I thought of the new Venom movie, I thought it was okay. I thought it was at least a slight improvement over the original film, which, looking back, I think is a very silly superhero movie that's not really taking itself so seriously. It's sort of like a monster comedy, and I kind of enjoy it still, but it's not very good, and that's sort of how I feel about this one. It is a very enjoyable film that's not necessarily taking itself very seriously. It's way too tame and generic than I'd want it to be. It's really not as gory or as bloody as you expect from a movie with Carnage in the title. And in terms of Carnage, he's there, he does his job. I liked Woody Harrelson as the character, but there wasn't really much to his character at all. He served his narrative purpose, but what really saves most of this movie is the comedy and is Tom Hardy as Venom and their relationship. Some scenes felt right out of a rom-com. They were very, very funny and very, very lighthearted. And in terms of touching serious notes, there's really nothing like that in this movie. It is just it's just an hour and a half of pure fun, not really too much going on action wise. The action is fine, it's okay. The CGI is also fine. Again, it's just very, very generic. It's very bland. It sort of follows the formula we see usual superhero sequels follow. Besides the end credit scene, there was nothing else remotely surprising or exciting about this movie, but I did have a good time watching it. I did see it twice, and I enjoyed it both times. It's a very short, sort of sweet sequel that does exactly what it needs to do, but nothing much more. I think if it was longer and if it did take itself more seriously, it sort of would have gone in the opposite tone as the first one. And I think to make it more tame and generic was sort of to fit with the tone of the original film, even though I would have preferred these movies to be something else. But I still enjoyed this movie quite a bit. I think if you're a Venom fan, you'll have a good time with it. There are moments that made me laugh, and I think most of the movie is saved again by Tom Hardy, who relishes in this role. He makes it more interesting than it should be. There's a lot of bland side characters, some very, very weak dialogue in some places, and writing. It sort of demands you to turn your brain off to enjoy, but I don't really mind that with the Venom movies. They sort of know what they are, they know they're silly, and I sort of embrace that, and I think they're quite fun, and I think the end credit scene of this one is mainly the reason why many people are going to go to watch it. It is a good end credit scene, and it does leave with much anticipation. So I thought this movie was fine. It's okay. I will give it a positive score because I did enjoy watching it, and I did enjoy watching it a second time. I'm going to give Venom Let There Be Carnage a B minus. I'm also going to give this movie around a 69%. Let me know what you thought of the movie in the comments down below, and of course, thanks for watching, and goodbye.